Hello, my name is Mike Pfaff, and this is my YouTube channel, Living in the Illusion. Now, if you were with us at the last video, you will recognize the statement at the top here, because I left the statement on because we're going to do some more work around this understanding. So let me say it again. You are never upset for the reason you think. Now, I had my grandson over here, he's 10, and he was looking at the board. He likes to write on whiteboard when he comes over. So after we talked about this, he put this little question up here. And quite frankly, it's what we're going to be talking about. And what he wrote was, and you'll see it, then if you are never upset for the reason you think, then what is the reason you're upset? What an interesting question from a 10-year-old. So, for right now, I'm going to pause and take that question off and rate it a little different way. And then we're going to talk about them. This video, there's 2 parts. And so, and I'll put them on here. So, in a moment, I'll be back and we'll go on with another question. Or it won't be a question, it'll be another statement. So let's just see what happens. We'll be back together with a new statement in a moment. Well, we're back, and so this is the answer of why you're never upset for the reason you think. You are upset because you see something that is not here. You see something that isn't here. And you believe it is. And it is the reason you're upset. And it happens all the time. It is so close to you. It is like water to a fish or air to a bird. It is so close to you. And it is part of the illusion. I take a little sip of tea on that while you think about that you are upset because you see something that is not here. Now, when we say here, we're talking about the present moment. We're talking about the only place you can be. And what is it that is so upsetting you? Stealing your peace of mind. Stealing your happiness. It's something you're doing, but you don't know you're doing it. It's something that you see that isn't here in the present moment. But you see it, and therefore it is something that you are bringing into the present moment that isn't here. It's never here. And you do it so often, and it's so much a part of you. It's like water to a fish, air to a bird. Now, what can it be? So now we have to, first of all, let's go through where we're at so far. You are never upset for the reason you think. You are upset because you see something. You see something that is not here in the present moment. And everything must happen in the present moment. But so if you see something that isn't here in the present moment, it's because you brought it with you. It's stuck to you, and you can't let it go. That's why you get upset. So we're going to go on and answer this conundrum, this puzzle. What is it that you see that isn't here? And as soon as I tell you, you're going to say, what else could I do? And that's part of the healing process that you need to engage in so that you can let go of what isn't here and be happier with yourself and be happier with your life. Now again, this is going to be another one of those little short ones, but hopefully there will be enough in it to keep you occupied until we come up with the next one, which will be a very interesting one, and it will be tying all of these together. So again, because we're going to take another little break for a minute, and down here, I'll put the answer to the question, or answer to this statement. Okay? You are never upset for the reason you think. And that is because you are upset because you see something that isn't here in the present moment, and you drag it behind you because you can't let go of it. And it causes you a lot of problems. And it's time for you to recognize it and recognize you can do things differently. You can see differently. So now we're going to stop this again, and I'm going to take some time and put the answer down. And then we'll do some more thinking about it. We'll see you in a moment. Welcome back. Well, here is our answer to this riddle. Why you are never upset for the reason you think. What an interesting concept. Why? Why aren't you upset for the reason? Because you see something that's not there. It is not there, but you see it. What is it that you see that's not there in the present moment? You see only the past. You are interpreting the present moment based on your unhealed past. And so you got to think, well, what is your past? Now you got to look at my model a little bit closer here. You see this here blue line here? It should look blue to you. Well, maybe it does. And here's a little snake. See a little tongue here? You are bringing the past into the present. To get upset in the present means you have some healing to do about your past. Because how you are interpreting the present moment and getting upset because the past isn't healed. Because the past isn't healed and it still has negative energy inside of it. And of course, your ego, with all its resources, will justify you getting upset. And it will use the past to do that. So you get offended because of your past. And what is your past? And my past? And your kids' past? And your parents' past? Memories of old experiences. And if you have negative ones that you haven't healed and let go of, they're going to have a great deal to do about your present moment and why you're upset. See, we always think it's the other. If they would do something different, if they would just listen to what I'm saying about them and do something different, I wouldn't get upset. That's not going to happen. Because they are responding the way they do because of their past experiences, which are programming that is in the subconscious mind. All your habitual behavior, how you respond to the world around you, is because of what you hold on the inside about events that are gone and over and never coming back. Now you might think, well, all I do is talk about the past, which is the next lesson. We're preoccupied with the past and not the present. We're preoccupied with the past and not the present. That's what all family reunions are about. That's what all preaching is about. That is with all of the books that we got in school. History books. Oh, we've got to learn history. Why? Well, if you don't learn history, you're doomed to repeat it. You know, all those bad things that happen, you got to remember. You know, all of those wars and stuff. We have to remember the history so we don't repeat it. And that's BS. BS. Well, BS has a name. We won't name that now, but it's BS. Why? All of the things that we did in the past, all the people that got killed and the hurting and genocides and all that kind of stuff that we remember, we've done it in the last 20 years. We've done it in the last 5 years. And we're doing it in certain parts of the world today. So learning history has caused us, basically, to learn how to do those things that we don't want to do a lot better. We got better weapons. We got better reasons for hurting people. We got better ways of controlling them. So all of your history that is going to keep you from doing that, just BS. Now I'm trying to think of an old spiritual. And I kind of remember it, so it won't be exactly right. It's called, Pete Seeger sung it. Well, you might not remember who Pete Seeger is, but he was a person who went around singing songs of rebellion. And one of them that he sang, and you can still get it on YouTube, is called Down by the Riverside. And basically what it says, now here's our past, so we're going to take that, and in that song he says, or the song says, and he sings it, I'm going to lay down my sword and shield down by the riverside. And I'm not going to study war no more. Now there's more to the song, but it is related to what we carry about the past and why we get upset. And it may be time to heal our individual past and our social and family and country past. a very difficult problem because we are so preoccupied with the past to rationalize our behavior in the present. And that's something to think about. So, as you do that, and as you think, maybe, well, I can go down by the river and put my sword down, put my shield down, and shake hands with everyone. So interesting to move past the past and see the present moment differently. So as you think about that, and we're going to come up with a different subject. No, it won't be different. It will be a takeoff on this. It will be a takeoff on getting upset and why you do that. Now, we really know it's because of the past. So we're going to be looking at that and see if we can come up with something else that's interesting. In the meantime, be good to yourself, have fun, and we'll look forward to seeing you. Oh, by the way, again, you can subscribe below and hit the like button. And if you've gone through all of this stuff that we talked about, well, I'm glad to say that it kept you off the street and gave you something to do. So hit the like button. And we'll look forward to seeing you next time. Bye now.